Okay, have a seat, everybody. Good morning, everyone. 2025 marks the third cohort to successfully make it through their 28-day ESJ experience. How different could this year possibly be to all the others, I thought? Surely by now I've seen it all. Night 1. A student who will for now remain nameless puts their hand through a sizable hole in the table and becomes trapped. Yes, external assistance was required to cut her out. And yes, there are photos. 2025 was special. It was in fact a year of firsts. It was the first time I've seen an eyelash curler, eyebrow gel, fake tan, and a full face mirror magically appear on day 3 of the 5-day hike. True. It's also the first time we managed to break 2 buses, call an ambulance, and set off a fire alarm all on the same day. The first time I've needed to teach girls to place their hiking pack over their head on the off chance that giant hailstones may shred their tent in the middle of the night. The first time we evacuated a group during their overnight solo, and the first time I've woken up to see tents literally floating down a small river while students slept soundly inside. Year 9, 2025, soon learned to cope with all the challenges that ESJ threw at them. There were more capsizes, more mountain bike crashes, and more bruises than ever before. And not because they're an uncoordinated bunch, just a little crazy and surprisingly brave. They were determined to go hard and give everything a go. I think their resilience is what stood out to me the most. There was just no complaining, not about the torrential rain, the storms, the leeches, not even that time our shovel broke and we were pretty much left to dig a group hole with a spoon for 3 days. In hindsight, the only thing that they really seemed to arc up about was being clipped. And to be honest, I had no idea what this term meant until just a few days ago. So there are many, many photos taken from less than perfect angles and at less than perfect moments in time. Their parents truly appreciate this. I am so proud of the girls this year. I hope they have had as much fun as I have. I hope they know that their ESJ journey is only just the beginning. I hope they have been inspired, challenged, and have grown to see how incredibly capable they are. I hope they have memories and stories that will last a lifetime. We now have 3 students who are going to come up, Izzy, Kitmi, and Olive, to share some of their reflections of their 28 days with you.
In the wilderness for 28 days, without any connection to the outside world, surrounded by murderous pigs whose only life source was to feed off the screams of Year 9 ESJ girls. Well, that's what the Year 10s told us anyway. Initially, I was on the fence about whether I would love or hate ESJ, especially since I have never been the sportsy, outdoorsy type. However, I can tell you now that this has been the most amazing experience of my life. I definitely surprised both myself and the teachers. I found a new passion for the outdoors and appreciation for nature. Being stripped away from the luxuries of everyday life made me so grateful for the little things. I found it so freeing to not have to stress about anything other than making it past a rapid without capsizing. I never thought I would be the person who enjoyed mountain biking or canoeing, and especially not hiking. But the crazy thing is, I fell in love with every single one. That's not to say there weren't challenges along the way, and a lot of lessons I had to learn, such as not to leave my tent open with my snacks placed conveniently in the reach of kangaroos, or to freak out when you wake up to half the girls screaming when we find out we've been flooded and our stuff is floating away. I honestly can't believe I made it up Mount Norman, considering how far I would crawl in the sopping wet just to fall down laughing and have to start again. There were so many highlights I could spend hours telling you and still have more. But to be honest, one of my favourite parts was spending all that time with such a beautiful group of girls and teachers, and for that I am forever grateful. I'd like to thank Miss Bernie, Miss Lay, Marty, and all the other staff that made this such a wonderful experience. I think my biggest thanks goes out to my peers. Thank you for coping with my crazy laughs and slow packing. It was you guys who made me feel at home and kept me smiling, over and over. To be honest, at first, I was scared to go on ESJ. I was scared it would be hard and that I would mess up. And I was right. It was hard, and I made so many mistakes. But I kept smiling and kept learning. I remember first arriving at the boarding house with my many bags of equipment that I couldn't even pronounce and thinking, 28 days. That's like a whole lifetime. But now, as I look back, I realize how short it was and how grateful I am for every single moment. The good and the bad. ESJ was the most amazing experience of my life, and I would do it again in a heartbeat.
The date was October 26th, and on a random Sunday evening, exactly 28 girls entered the Hilton boarding house located at PLC Armidale. Bags and luggages carried in their hands, followed by mums and dads helping along. And just like that, like a light switch, it all started. Something new, something special, something scary, and something these girls would remember forever. ESJ. And now believe me when I say I never imagined myself doing the types of things we did on ESJ. Climbing high, big, steep rocks, canoeing through harsh rapids as the lovely Sophia Marchant kept me assured with her positivity, even through several capsizes, and witnessing one of the most beautiful sunrises I have ever seen on top of Cathedral Rock. But the list goes on, and the memories we share will forever bond us all. Some of which, for me, have been getting to be the judge of The Voice, Year 9 edition, witnessing everyone urgently scurrying over to the bus with music when travelling to and from, and the time when I almost had a heart attack to the sound of the smoke alarm going off, to finding out it was only Imogen who burnt her toast. When I look back on ESJ, I remember the girl I hardly recognize, scared out of her pants to what's to come, and wondering what people might think of her over the 28 days. If I had a chance to talk to her now, I would tell her it's okay to be scared and afraid. You're going to face many obstacles along with ups and downs, but remember to not be afraid of taking up those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities, because you will regret not doing them later. Through this thrilling experience, I've come to appreciate the small things we take for ever so granted, like clean, drinkable water and food like dehydrated bolognese that I gratefully ate on the last day of the 5-day hike. I want to give a big thank you to Miss Bernie, Miss Lay, and all the other fabulous teachers and staff who contributed to the success of the 2025 Year 9 ESJ experience. But after everything, there has been one group of people that have definitely made my experience of ESJ the best it could be. My last thank you goes to each and every one of the most amazing girls I've ever met on this adventure. We're not just classmates anymore, but we're family. I love how everyone brought their own unique quirks and traits, and those small acts of kindness, like offering a girl a seat at dinner. If I'm being honest, I don't think I would have been able to complete ESJ without these beautiful girls' support, kindness, and love. There was always a shoulder to lean on, a hand to guide, and a smile to affect in others. I'm proud of every single one of these girls and proud of how far we've come together as a cohort. I miss waking up early in the morning at Hilton to see everyone, Marty's infamous riddles that kept us sane through hikes, the meetings in the common rooms, and the harsh debates on which movie to watch on the rest day. So yes, it feels like the end and a goodbye, but it really is only the start of something new. Thank you.
Sometimes you rush through life not appreciating the things you see and have around you. ESJ has taught me to do the complete opposite, to slow down and admire this wonderful experience handed to me. Although I had to wake up at 4 a.m. along with many of my peers to see the breathtaking sunrise that felt like a dream, I wouldn't change it for anything. When it felt like the rain would never stop, I realised it made my mountain biking experience even better. It also gave me the unforgettable experience of floating down a river in a tent with my friends, which looking back was not fun in the moment but gave some nice entertainment for everyone. The 45 kilometres some walked for the 5-day hike was exhausting and painful, but as you reached every summit and the view, you could see your progress, advancing over Pyramid Rock, Castle Rock, Mount Norman, Little Bald Rock, and finishing on Bald Rock. I am so proud of myself and the year group for completing this challenge of 28 days extracted from civilization. I am proud of us for continuing to be ourselves and being kind to others. When you're in a hard time, it's easy just to think about yourself, but every time you shed a tear, you'd have someone peering over your shoulder offering a hug. Over this time, we've also developed our little things, like the obsession with spit, continuous singing, blind voice auditions, little colouring books, the iced chocolate glasses, and many more quirks no one living in civilization during this time would understand. I really appreciate Miss Lay and Miss Burney's care that they continuously gave to 28 children for 28 days. Miss Lay always had another tin of Milo there for us when we'd run out a lot. And Miss Burney supplied me with smaller camping supplies because apparently mine were too big. I do agree. So thank you so much, Miss Lay, Miss Burney, and of course Marty. My two best highlights were the canoe trip and the solo. Lily Donaldson as my canoe partner was making me laugh even in the darkest times. I won't forget that possessed look on her face as she was sandwiched between a canoe and a rock. Despite this, we made it out alive. In the solo, I got to watch the sun slowly set and sadly have to listen to koalas make their terrible noises in mating season. These girls have felt like sisters to me, and I got to make all these memories with my friends, which makes it 10 times better. I love this experience with my whole heart, and with the inclusion of maybe seeing my family more often, I would easily do this again, and I think these girls might too.
We just wanted to say thank you to Miss Lay, Miss Burney and Marty for the wonderful experience we've had the past 28 days.
There's been laughs, smiles, but also tears, floating down rivers, capsizing, and multiple stacks on the mountain bikes. Miss Burney has worked on minimising our memories into a video, so here it is.
One day my father, he told me, son, don't These are the nights that never die, my father told me. These are the nights that never die, my father told me.
So right now, day 2 of day 5 high. Where are we? I think there's a 79% chance of hail.
We now have a special performance. Rebecca has composed a wonderful song throughout the 28 days about her ESJ experience, and Rebecca and Kitme are going to perform this for you right now. We might need this screen to come up.
Sting?
took, all the books we have read, all the movies we've watched, all the laughters we shared, and the photos we took. It sounds like goodbye, you know. It's the start of something new. I still can't believe that we have come this far. Oh, we've grown into one big, beautiful family. Oh, and I know we'll be a part of the exchange. And I know it's all a part of the exchange. I know we're all a part of the exchange.
And as our screen is now coming back down for the rest of assembly, can we please give another big round of applause to our Year 9 ESJ students? We welcome you back. It is wonderful to have you here. Can we now all please stand for the hymn this morning?
Sure. Okay. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today, the Anawan people, and pay my respects to Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander people present, and extend that respect to elders past and present. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive its King. Let every heart prepare Him room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. Joy to the earth, the Saviour reigns. Let us our songs employ. O'er fields and streams, rocks, hills and plains, repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations move. The glories of His righteousness, and wonders of His love, and wonders of His love, and wonders of His love.
Please take your seats. And welcome to week number 7, the penultimate week of our term 4. We have 2 full weeks of this term left to go. And I'd like to start with some big congratulations. First one to Molly Chard for participation in the Lions Youth of the Year program, not only participating but winning all 3 sections and going on to the regional finals. Molly, could you please come up and receive some certificates? Congratulations, Molly. Congratulations, Molly. I would also like to congratulate Tico Lay. This is a wonderful achievement. We found out last week that Tico had been nominated for Encore for her HSC music composition. At the end of last week, we found out that she had been selected, and her composition will be performed at the Sydney Opera House in March. So this is a wonderful achievement. Congratulations to Tico. I would also like to congratulate Trista Dorian. She has had a very big weekend competing at the New South Wales Champion of Champions state event. It was a tricky event. It was rained out for a couple of the days, meaning many games played in very, very close proximity to one another. Trista played incredibly well, and Trista won her final match and has been crowned the under-16s Champion of Champions for New South Wales. Congratulations, Trista. Incredibly well done. I would also like to congratulate some students who have received some ICAS certificates this morning. So if you could please come up when I call your name. We've had a number of students receive distinctions and high distinctions. So I'd like to start with our distinction certificates, please. So distinctions in the ICAS competition for writing to Harriet Minter. Congratulations, Harriet. A distinction for Reby Cunningham for writing. Congratulations, Reby. And a distinction for Binity in both English and writing. Congratulations, Binity Pathana. We also had a student who achieved a high distinction certificate. So could I please welcome Georgina Arundel Fuller to the stage for a high distinction in Year 7 English. Congratulations, Georgina. And it looks like she isn't here today, so girls on the stage, if you'd like to smile for your photo. Congratulations, girls. A reminder, there'll be an announcement a little bit later on in this very long assembly today about the summer fair, but please remember that it is on this Saturday. It will be taking place in our junior school, so all of the stalls will be located in the junior school for our summer fair. It starts at 10 a.m. on Saturday and goes through until 4 o'clock. You'll hear a lot more about it this week, but please remember that it is on this Saturday. We have an awful lot on this week. Week 7 is a very busy week. We have regular classes today and tomorrow. Our life-saving program then starts on Wednesday morning, and you are responsible for making your own way to the pool on Wednesday morning, unless you're a boarder or have a school event before school on Wednesday morning. Our middle session then for most students will be our social service in preparation for the summer fair. Our Year 11 students are in classes in both the morning and the middle session, and Year 10 you're remaining at the pool in the middle session as well to assist with junior school life-saving. We then start our very first Guild Drama rehearsals on Wednesday afternoon, and we have just the senior school plus Year 6 on Wednesday and Thursday afternoon, with the rest of the junior school joining us for Guild Drama rehearsals on Friday afternoon. We also have the sports dinner this week on Friday night, which is a sold-out event, which looks very exciting. And as I mentioned before, our summer fair on Saturday. When we get to week 8, we have our final carols rehearsal down at the cathedral on Monday afternoon for all students who are either reading or singing at the carols on Wednesday night. Our carol service of 9 lessons is on Wednesday evening at the Catholic Cathedral, St Mary and St Joseph's Cathedral. Our speech day is on Thursday, and speech day will happen at 10:30 in the morning and be surrounded by Guild Drama rehearsals either side of our speech day. We have our Boarders Christmas dinner on Thursday night, and then Guild Drama to finish the term on Friday at the end of week 8. So now's the time to take a really big deep breath and get ready for what is going to be a very busy week 7 and week number 8. And now we have another very exciting moment. our Guild Drama Draw. And I think we might have actually forgotten to bring the pieces of paper. So Mrs. Weisel, if you could please come up to the stage here for me. And bring a pen from the back. This is the point where we decide the performance order for Guild Drama, which is the order that you will be performing on the stage, which is an important part of our process. So, if we have Dixon, we've got a hatch ready. Dixon, Hamlin, Wilkie, Lovell. In the hat. Performance order for Guild Drama 2025. Drum roll, please. The first guild to take the stage on... When Mrs. Weisel does, we need an extended drum roll, obviously, at this point to keep that excitement building and building and building. The first guild to take the stage on Guild Drama Day will be Hamlin. They will be followed closely by Lovell, who will then be followed by Wilkie, with the final performance coming from Dixon. So our performance order: Hamlin, followed by Lovell, followed by Wilkie, followed by Dixon for Guild Drama 2025. Thank you, Mrs. Weisel. Wonderful, thank you very much. Welcome to week 7. I would now like to invite Kim to come and pray for the week ahead.
Please pray with me. Dear God, thank you for the term that we've had currently, and please help us to stay focused for the Year 11 girls on finishing the term well, and for the rest of the school to enjoy activities weeks and do their best and participate in all the activities. Amen.
Good morning, Mrs. Clinch, staff and girls. Welcome to week 7 and welcome back year 9. Okay, so today we've got, it's Celebrate Your Unique Talent Day. So, yeah, good to know. Anyway, so pretty much there's going to be a quiz and I've asked some students and teachers just questions. So you're going to hear one unique talent and, it's just like a thing that they can do. Where you will usually find them, and a fun fact about themselves. And yeah, so the students are the pink ones and the teachers are the blue. So yeah, okay. Jess, do you want to come help me see who's, yeah. Some of them are pretty hard, so yeah, good luck. Okay, you can, I can whistle multiple different ways. You'll find me in my bed having a nap or watching a movie, and I'm originally from a small town in the Northern Territory. Izzy. It's not. Charlie. It's Chloe Younghusband, everyone. Okay, next. So the unique talent, I play the bassoon and recorder, flute, and a little bit of piano. You'd find me in the library at home with, I'll just keep reading, with my books, TV, coffee machine, and peaceful private garden. And a fun fact about me, I once had a forklift license, and I have 12 nieces and nephews and 1 great niece. Mem. It is. Next. My unique talent is eating really fast. You could find me in a sushi shop, and my favourite animal is a sausage dog. Hold on. Is it Georgie or is it Anna? I can't tell. It is. I still didn't know which one it was anyway. Oh, I used to be a DJ. I'm sorry, I cannot read. Students could find me at weddings, at 18th birthday parties, 21st birthday parties, and house parties for the DJing. Fun facts. Okay, Ellie, you got it, but 1 second. Fun facts. I used to have crazy long hair, and I would bleach it with peroxide. What's a school gardener? I write textbooks. I repair electronic devices, for example, televisions. I build... I'm sorry, I made it really small. I am addicted to BMWs, and I named my fourth one after my wife. I bought a property in Uralla because it has a long driveway, which I can use as a runway, and I blew myself up with a hydrogen gas explosion. Ella. It's not. Ashley NPG. Go PG. It's not. It's Mr. Hay. Okay, next. Oh, sorry. Either I can stand on point for a very long time because as I was a kid, I wanted to be tall and I wanted to do the splits. You'll find me at Cattle, or you could have found me at work, and I used to live in South Australia. Mem. It's Amelia. Oh, I'm sorry. Where can you find me? I can be found at school. I can be found almost everywhere as I am required. At home, I'll be on the couch watching TV in my office playing Fortnite, and occasionally on a hockey field chasing a ball. Fun fact, I had a barbecue hot plate dropped on my toe when I was little, and my toe still has the extra lump there. I don't know why it says man. Anyway, talent. I do enjoy model run railways, listening to music, and also known as a DJ on occasion. Okay, I'm going to guess Ella. It's not. Grace. Yeah, it is. I don't know how many more I have. I used to be able to balance a spoon on my nose for 2 whole minutes. Not sure if I can still do it. You can usually find me at the pool after school on hot days in term 4, and I have 5 pet sheep who all know their names. Kim? It's Emily. Okay, I think there's 2 more. Unique talent. Used to always win the headstand competitions at school. Where would you find me? Usually with Miss Faye. And fun fact, I've travelled to over 30 countries. Georgia? It's not. Annie? Yes, it is. Okay, this is the last one. Unique talent, making French toast. You'd probably find me in Subway, and a fun fact would be I don't know how to whistle. Hannah? It is. Okay, everyone, have a great week 7. And also, come find me tomorrow for chocolates, please, because I forgot them. First, we're going to have a Year 10 fundraiser and then a video from Music and Media about pathways.
Good morning, Mrs. Clinch, Mrs. Flanagan, staff and girls. Tomorrow lunchtime, Year 10 will be hosting their SRC fundraiser. There'll be lots of yummy treats, a guessing jar full of lollies that the winner gets to take home, and some games as well. The fundraiser will be just outside the dining hall on the grass, so bring your hat and make sure you also have some money.
The money raised tomorrow will be going towards Alua Children's Hospital. Alua provides disability services for children and young people with complex needs. They are dedicated to making a difference in the lives of all people that they support, and we have the honour of raising money to go towards their organisation. So please come tomorrow lunchtime to support our fundraiser and enjoy a sweet treat. Thank you.
me, my favourite thing with teaching pathways is that you get to see them grow from low English to be able to use English quite confidently, but also grow as people. So often they come with not much idea about how to behave in an Australian classroom, and then getting them to see, experiment and go on the journey and grow into people who can really participate is very nice.
What do you find to be their favourite thing to do?
They like to do things where they can achieve it, where it's not too hard, but they're actually able to get up, move around, talk, and produce something.
And what is one word that describes the whole pathway experience?
I would say journey, because they're journeying in their character from needing to make a decision to come to Australia to face all those challenges and then follow that journey to achieving their goal at the end.
Anything else you want to add?
I think anyone who has the chance should make the most of meeting our Pathways girls, because it's a great way to get to know another culture and different ways of seeing the world.
Thank you.
Next, we have a summer fair announcement and then a creative arts announcement.
Good morning, Mrs. Clinch, staff and girls. So on Saturday, we have the PLC Summer Fair, so from 11 till 4 p.m. And we just have a few reminders. So uniform is compulsory on the day, and Guild points will be on offer for volunteers, and there's help needed for the setting up and packing up of the stalls, and for also like manning the stalls during the actual fair. So yeah, remember to fill in the volunteers spreadsheet, please. I think Mrs. Clinch sent it all out to you last week. So yeah, just allocate when you can help out and know when you're needed. So if you're in a performance, make sure you're organised, and yeah, arrive on time to help at your stall and whatnot. So cake boxes will be handed out this week, I think after assembly, if not some other time. And you're given the opportunity to make some baked goods. Please, no nuts, gluten or dairy. There are a few ideas of what you can make, and they'll be collected on Friday or Saturday. And yeah, they'll be sold as the whole box. Thank you. See you there.
Good morning, Mrs. Clinch, staff and girls. I've just got a few creative arts announcements. So first, for senior choir, there will be a rehearsal on Tuesday in period 6, and on Wednesday, senior choir will go to the music room at 12:30. And while the rest of the senior school will come here for some carols. All students involved in the carols have a compulsory dress rehearsal next Monday afternoon, straight after school until 5:30. So if you're a part-time worker, please try and get it off work if you can, because this is very important for practicing our processional and seating. There will also be a run-through for carols soloists tomorrow, Tuesday, in period 5. And for the jazz band, you are performing at the summer fair this Saturday, so please arrive at 12:30 at the junior school library for your performance, And all students at the summer fair need to wear your uniform, and jazz band members, please go to your rehearsal on Thursday morning at 8 a.m. so you're all ready to go. And then for strings, there's no senior strings rehearsal tomorrow or next week. However, intermediate strings will rehearse tomorrow and next Tuesday, and we'll be performing next Tuesday at 6:30 at NECOM in Joanna Fairswoo's studio concert. And another reminder, if you're using any music equipment for Guild Drama, please make sure you're very careful with it and make sure everything goes back where it needs to go. Like, we don't want to see anything just lying around. And Mr. Minter, Mr. J and Mrs. Dunham would also just like to thank everyone for their hard work and commitment during this very busy time of the year. And also thank you to all the girls that performed at the string soiree last week. You all did a fabulous job. Thank you.
That's all for assembly today. Please stand for the school song.
Thank you, everyone. It has been a long assembly this morning, so the amount of time remaining between now and recess will be divided in half, and I will ring a manual bell. So we still have period 1 and period 2. They will just be a little bit shorter, so keep an ear out for the bells. Teachers, I will send an email with those times once I get back to my office. At this point, I would like to invite Year 9 to leave first. If you can give them one last round of applause as they're welcome back to PLC. We're very pleased to have you here. Thank you, Year 9. You can go out first. And staff, if you'd like to make your way out at the same time, that would be much appreciated. And our staff, thank you. Girls will wait for staff to leave first, please. And thank you, Year 11. You may now head to class as well. Not down that, thank you girls, we're going to go down the main stairs as required. 10, if you'd like to start heading out as well now. Thank you, Elise. Year 10, you can head out, and Miller. Just wait on the stairs there. Thank you very much, Year 8. Just pause for a moment. Thank you, Year 8. Pause on the stairs there.